Be advised, mature content ahead. This podcast is brought to you ad-free thanks to the Legion of Demons at patreon.com/NOTLP. If you like what you hear, there's much more at patreon.com/NOTLP. Join the Legion. That's patreon.com/NOTLP. And now the show.
How do you do? Just a word of friendly warning. I think it will thrill you. It may shock you. It might even horrify you. So if any of you feel that you do not care to subject your nerves to such a strain, now is your chance to, well, we've warned you.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
2021 is done.
Let's close it out. Let's close the books.
Let's sweep it up.
Let's spank it on its bottom.
And dump it in the garbage.
Yep.
So I'm Freddy, Amy.
Hey!
Andy.
Hey.
And Kelley.
How was that?
And this is our year in review, or we call it.
You took it back.
I did. Well,
Was
it's a time. Well, you know, it's a time. It's a flat circle episode.
It's our Yearend Rearend.
And Dustin, one of our patrons, sent us an appropriate gadget. If you could.
He sent them butt mics, and Andy and Freddie are currently using them.
I got butt mites.
They're supposed to be little fart makers.
It's like you said mites.
Yeah, it's hard to get used to the butthole against your hand.
It's hard to get used to.
You're basically creating a sphincter.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Apparently, Dustin said these are Leslie Nielsen's go-to fart makers.
Yeah.
Go to.
They're Leslie Nielsen edition, special edition.
If you make this sort of novelty item and you don't hustle to get that Leslie Nielsen estate endorsement, you're a fool.
There's only one.
Anyway, welcome to the last show of the year.
Oh my God.
It's crazy.
A year that we started recording remotely.
Yeah, the year that was.
Ended back together again thanks to vaccines and boosters.
Yeah. And
our own pandemic precaution fatigue.
I got my booster and I'm come out as anti-vax now.
Oh, yeah? After your booster?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
did you hold a potato?
It's best of both worlds.
Ass, yeah.
Like you get your booster, but you're also anti-vax.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm glad I'm safe, but at the same time, don't get the vax.
He kids. Andy's crazy views are not real.
Obviously, I'm kidding, but I did get knocked on my ass.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Science, baby.
Mm-hmm. Remember how last week we were like, oh, we fucked up.
Yeah.
We went out into public and we might die.
Yeah.
I think we're all okay.
Well, let's knock on this.
I mean,
Knock
we're
on
all
wood.
alive.
We don't feel bad.
I mean, we're
just
all
my
alive.
general aches and pains.
I kept an eye out. Yeah, I seem to be.
Yeah.
General aches and pains.
I'm
Sir.
Yeah. Can you go over and talk to Major Asshole?
Yes, sir. I will go talk to Major Asshole, sir.
Thank you, General.
It's been a crazy year, you guys. Been a
It's
real
not over
shit
yet.
show.
It has
Started
Yeah,
with
we
an
have
insurrection.
a week yet.
That's true.
The world could still end. Fingers crossed.
Hey.
I discovered some interesting Reddits over this year. That was the best thing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I love my 11:30 text from Freddie
Live 30 at night
when he's
Yeah.
in bed, just scrolling Reddit
and sending you guys stuff.
If I find something extraordinary, like
we just got a nugget text the other day from Reddit from Freddie, where the lady was.
the nuggets. Yeah, the crazy lady who came up to the drive-thru. Like, that's public freak out, right? Where they have all these videos, but the lady wanted her nuggets, and they're like, we don't have nuggets, and she started freaking out and like broke through the window and came after the drive-thru employee.
I was impressed by her though. Her strength.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She got a lot of strength.
She had that meth strength.
Here.
She broke a drive-through window.
Holy fuck,
Yeah.
for nuggets.
That sounds like some zombie shit.
It was like if they ate nuggets instead of people.
Well, I mean, it sounds like the crazies or your rage situation, but
Seems
for
like
nuggets.
she might have been upset about something else, and the nuggets.
I'm just saying,
tipped her
nuggets are
over.
delicious, but I'm not going to break a window over them.
The nuggets are a stand-in.
She was having a real bad day, and that
It's
was like the
hysterical.
one.
It's historical.
It's not about the nuggets.
When
Amy.
when she sees the nuggets, she sees the baby she gave up
Oh boy!
For some nuggets.
for some nuggets.
There was a lot of nuggets.
We should
though.
write this. This is a
If
great
you watch the
dark
movie
film.
of her, or it's a hilarious
a-
comedy because you can do the movie of her life, and it's like one of those goofy, like what a crazy day I had. I had to someone mistook me for a Russian spy, and I was chased through the city, and now all I want, and I've been talking the whole movie about chicken McNuggets, and I get to the drive-thru finally, and they're like, "I'm sorry, ma'am, we don't have your chicken McNuggets," and I was chased by spies and the FBI, and I just want a goddamn nugget.
It's more than I could take.
She got a 20 piece from. Do they still make 20 pieces?
Yeah, they do, which is
they
insane
do.
to me.
I think they make a 50-piece.
or
I
you can
don't-
buy 2 10s.
I don't
I
know.
mean,
5 10s
No,
makes
they're-
a 50. If you guys want, you could do 10 5s. I mean, it's your funeral.
Can you break this nugget? Can I get some change for this nugget?
All right, here are 3 eyeballs and a beak.
But there's something about opening that box of 20 nuggets.
I've never
It's more
experienced
pleasing than
that.
opening the 10 box.
Yeah.
It's a golden waft of you don't know what, but I do have. I have.
That sounded like the setup to like one of those like jokes, those really horrible jokes from high school where they're like, "What's the best part of having sex with 26-year-olds?" You know,
Yeah.
and like Andy's sounded like the setup for that old joke.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
You get it.
I get it.
It's like,
Nuggets.
it's like the baby in a blender joke.
The best part of opening up a 20-piece nugget. There's 20 of them. You know what I love about 20-piece nuggets? I keep getting older.
Yeah, they stay the same.
And plus, you get 4 sauces with a 20 piece.
Holy shit!
Yeah, they do guard that sauce like
Yeah.
it's the fucking.
McDonald's and other fast food restaurants ease up on the fucking sauce.
Are we allowed to mix and match? Because sometimes I
Yes.
want barbecue and sweet and sour.
No,
You should be
absolutely
able to
can.
ask for it as easily as ketchup.
They are so weird about zesty sauce at Burger
You
King.
want to know the reason why, though? Think about this for a minute.
No.
They didn't just decide one day we're going to limit. They were like, reasonable people will take a reasonable amount of sauce. And then they met the unreasonable person
like me.
who filled up like that salsa guy from that old commercial who pumps all the restaurant salsa out into jars to take it home with him.
Oh, you should see my glove box. It's nothing but napkins.
It's just
But
loose
I mean,
sauce.
even so, let me tell you something.
nothing
You
but
should
ketchup
be able-
packets and napkins.
You should be able to give someone 50 barbecue sauces. It can't. There's this much. There's
Yeah,
a
but-
lick. There's a tongue's lick of barbecue sauce in
about
that,
that-
packet. No.
What about that
I
son of a bitch
refuse.
that cuts his line after you? Is like, can I get one barbecue sauce, please? They're like, no, he took 50 barbecue sauce.
You have to have enough. Like you can't. Like you get them. They throw 1,000 packets of ketchup at you, and you don't even use the damn shit.
Yeah.
So do the same with sauce. Have as much.
They don't
sauce.
do the ketchup anymore either, though. They're stingy with that too.
Are they?
Do you know who's not stingy though? Taco Bell. They don't give a fuck. They
About
will
your
give you
fire
a
sauce?
mountain
Yeah.
of fire sauce if you say, "Can I have some fire sauce?"
That's
Sometimes I don't feel so bad that they forgot like a taco for my order
because
if
they give you a
there's-
bag full of fire sauce.
Yeah, if there's
Like, I've seen your bag of sauces.
yeah, I hold on to them.
we don't
good
anymore
ones.
because of Blackish.
Well,
he
some
said
of
we
them.
deserve store sauce.
Ooh, y'all moving on up.
I like had this weird poor person
Is it the new-
instinct still from when I was, we were real dirt poor when we were kids, and we would hoard certain little things,
Sure.
and and that was one of them.
does.
I hoard plasticware
Yes.
that
Yeah.
comes with things, so that because I like to eat lunch up in my lounge, and so I have a whole. Anytime we get they give us a bunch of little packets of plasticware, I take them upstairs and put them in the little
Sure.
thing next to me, so that I don't have to use my regular.
It kind of makes
a fork or spoon.
There's not, but that makes sense to. That's a convenience thing. Like,
Yeah.
I was when we were watching. You seen that episode of Blackish where he realizes his son is doing what I was doing, and he says to him, "Our family didn't work and struggle so hard, so that you would have to save these little sauce packets."
And that changed
No,
your
I
life.
was like, I can
It
afford
did.
sauce.
It gave me permission
But
to
I
not
say-
save them.
I save them because I like the sauce.
Yeah.
At Taco Bell.
Sometimes they forget.
They didn't put cocktail sauce in with my shrimp the other night.
Oh Lord!
And so I love cocktail sauce with my shrimp. and I normally would have stockpiled some when I had extra, and I didn't do it
They have
anymore.
shrimp.
You had to eat dry shrimp. Oh,
Not Taco Bell.
What a tragedy.
Long Johns?
Yeah.
Okay.
We eat a lot of fast food, Kelley.
I was terrified for a second at the idea of
Taco Bell
shrimp and
shrimp?
cocktail sauce at Taco Bell.
Get the new potato squisherita featuring shellfish. Fourth meal. Dang.
All you got to do is put new in front of a product and I'll buy it.
And he will buy it. Absolutely.
Ooh, the new turds are out. Ooh. I'll try it.
You're coming out sideways now.
They taste the same as the old turds. Very disappointing.
It's just new packaging.
Different asshole. Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
now with corn.
Oh, 21.
That's been our year but I feel like this little discussion about food has really summarized what 2021 was for us, because none of us wanted to leave our homes. And the most interaction we had with the outside world was eating the food that other people prepared, delivered, and
brought to us. Yeah, delivered, as you said.
So it's like the biggest part of my world is interacting with the people who feed me, like an animal in a zoo.
Essential workers.
Oh, well, I'm comfortable.
Yeah. I'm like one of those tigers that's like, this is all right.
Yeah.
I'll stay in captivity.
I want to live in the Matrix.
People are overrated.
I want to be Joey
Yeah.
Pants. Put me back. I'll sell out everybody to go back in. If you
For that steak.
hook me up, bro. Hook me up. I'll turn in the Nebuchadnezzar. I'll turn in Gideon. I'll turn in Goliath. Whatever else is out there. I don't know what biblical words they've stolen from the new movies, but whatever it is.
Have you seen the new one yet?
No.
Me neither.
Me neither.
I want to be that white lady that says no like this.
Oh, yeah.
No like this.
Man,
And then they get unplugged.
just totally part. That became like something for the whole world, right? Not just like, that's not just something our friends did.
I think it's just us.
Is it just us? Because it's hilarious. It's like, not like this.
No like this.
It is something that I feel like is said once a week in this house. And until right now, I didn't remember what it was from.
It was from The Matrix, because I remember it was Matt, I think, was the first one who started doing that. Right when we were watching it, he just cracked up at that moment. And then later, like whenever something happened, we thought we were going to die, we'd be like, no, like this. Or if we were just being really dramatic about something for no reason.
Such a bro joke.
It is.
We broed out.
But it's kind of funny.
It's funny.
It's cute.
No,
Like
like
I saw, like we're not the only ones who thought that, because I do remember seeing like a meme of a cat like looking really terrified, and it said, not like this.
So Freddy saw a meme.
That was 20 years. That was over 20 years ago that movie came out.
Yeah, it feels like yesterday.
It's 10,000.
My God.
Yeah.
See, when you talk about new movies, I would consider The Matrix in that group. You know what I mean? Like newer movies. Like, they're like, you like newer movies? I'm like, The Matrix is a pretty good newer movie.
The Crow.
The Crow.
Ooh, Gladiator was awesome. I love it.
I will say
Titanic?
Gladiator does feel like a newer movie to me. I get
I've
that it's
never
not at
seen
all.
Yeah. I've seen, you know what's funny is I love Ridley Scott, and I saw that and I was like, just didn't do it for me. I need to go back, because I know everybody else is like,
Well, let me
it's
tell you.
great.
Let me tell you my experience with Gladiator.
Yeah.
While in it, I was like, yeah. And then afterwards, I was like, wait, what happened?
Oh, see, it felt to me like
It was such a cultural phenomenon.
it
I
was.
never saw it.
White people love Gladiator.
While I was watching it, I was like, yeah.
See, I didn't feel that way. I was like, this is stupid the first time I saw it. I was like, it's too, there was something about it that felt too outsized, and it didn't feel like like Ridley Scott's other movies to me. It felt like kind of goofy. But now I just like Conan better. It's Conan.
Yeah, but with weird like real shit attached to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. See, I liked it while I was watching it, but then immediately forgot
Yeah.
everything about it.
The older I get, that happens more and more.
I bet I'd love it now though.
Yeah.
It's a big stupid movie. Like I knew that while watching it.
It's the movie that when you on Christmas Day you let your dad pick the movie and that's what he picks.
It's not
a Braveheart.
Yeah, or Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
Or Lord of the Rings.
Oh, hey.
Lord of the Rings is now a dad
Yeah.
movie. Yeah.
That's
I'm that
timeless.
Mhm.
Everybody
That
loves
dad.
Lord of the Rings.
Amy
You're
doesn't.
gonna end up.
dad?
I consider Lord of
It's
the Rings
Kelley.
a Christmas movie.
Yeah, it has that vibe.
It has like a cozy vibe.
It's a winter movie for sure for us. We're coming up to do maybe Lord of the Wings again.
Lord of the Wings?
Yeah, we'll make a bunch of homemade wings and watch Lord of the Rings over a weekend.
That's a fantastic name for a fantastic thing.
Yeah,
that is a great thing.
I don't want to watch those movies again.
She doesn't want to watch the movies again. They're so great.
They're so great. I want them to be longer.
There was some flirting going on between those two. Yeah.
Amy's like, not like these.
What are we? Have we?
Not like these.
Have we been enjoying some Christmas movies? Like,
I didn't watch a single Christmas. We watched Uncut Gems for Christmas,
right?
Which was great.
That's kind of cozy.
There's a porno movie called Uncut Gems, Jims.
Yeah, it should have been Jim's like apostrophe s, like his. It's Uncut Gems.
There's multiple gems in it, and all of them are wearing socks. If you know what I mean.
I got you.
Not for me, bro. Not for me.
Uncut Gems is a great movie. Not the former.
Yeah, it is a great movie.
Adam Sandler,
top notch.
Unbelievably
in a
good.
funny way, he's kind of playing an Adam Sandler character, but if they were like a real person in a real life.
Yeah. It was that movie. I hummed, like my body hummed the whole time with like tension.
Agreed. It was a masterfully suspenseful Marty Scorsese vibed thing. Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Did you guys watch anything Christmassy?
Yeah. Christmas Vacation during the day yesterday.
Yeah.
Which remains absolutely perfect in every way, shape, and form. Oh. And then we watched the Christmas Chronicles 2.
Yeah.
Oh. Is this
which one's that?
Big Curdy Russ?
That's Curdy Russ.
Is that Sexy Santa?
Sexy Santa. The sequel is hot garbage. But, it's fine.
It's fine garbage.
Because we watched the first one with my mom on Christmas a couple years ago. So, we're together again indoors. It's time to watch.
I remember last Christmas we watched Hillbilly Elegy together.
Oh my God, was that Christmas?
Yeah, that's right.
What a nice family movie.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. Yeah. The guy who wrote that book can fuck all the way off.
Don't talk about your future house senator like that.
What? The guy who wrote Hillbilly Elegy is running for
Senator
Portman's seat since he's retiring. J.D. Vance. He seemed like this is how they get you.
I don't know what Hillbilly Elegy is.
It's the movie. It's a book about. He grew up in Middletown, and it was like his story, life.
It's a bootstrap story.
That is a hillbilly place. Anyway.
Yeah, very much so. So anyway, he has just turned into full-on Trump Jr.
Oh Jesus!
And it just horrible, just petty, and devoid of humanity. Because he wants to be elected. It's disgusting.
And I hope what else is disgusting?
All the way off one day.
Is the elf version of that kid from Deadpool that was in Christmas Chronicles 2.
A much better thing to talk about.
The elf version? What?
He remember the kid who was in Hunt for the Wilder People?
Yeah,
he's
from
great.
New Zealand.
I love him. And he's like the villain in this movie.
He's Bell Snickle.
Oh, no.
Because now he's like older teenager, I guess. He
He's
might even be in his 20s now. I don't know.
No, but what's great about the world building they do in Christmas Chronicles 2 is that when an elf becomes a naughty elf, when they become mean and jealous and selfish and bad, they turn into humans.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, so we're bad elves.
I guess so.
Yeah, I mean, like that's.
Oh, and then my brain started to spiral out and do some carsing. But I was like, Amy, you can't do that right now. This is not worth your time.
So if we're good, do we become elves again? I mean,
yes.
Good elves again?
He became an elf again. But I think because we were born with original sin,
so
that's in there too.
Oh.
So Eve was a elf.
There's another big musical number with Kurt Russell dancing and playing the saxophone because that was one of the better parts of the original.
But Steve Van Sant was in the original playing with him.
Yeah. This one was a pale.
It was a stinker.
A pale comparison. Although the first one was fun. It was a good, fun movie. It wasn't a great movie either. I enjoyed the shit out of it because we watched it together.
I want to find that next Christmas Vacation.
Well, I've heard
haven't found
8-Bit Christmas is what I'm hearing. I haven't seen it, but I've heard that's like the next big Christmas.
I'm kind of over kids going and having adventures with Santa or being with their father becoming Santa. Those don't interest me. I like the family stories, and Love Actually did nothing for me, so I need something else.
Love Actually did nothing at all?
I didn't care.
Oh, wow.
I didn't like that either, Amy.
It did nothing for me.
I gotta tell you, I think it's a good movie, but it does.
Yeah, it's a fine movie. It's just it did not touch me.
It
in
doesn't
any way.
touch me either. I'm kind of like, wait, what with your brother?
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those movies that I don't understand the fandom behind it.
I don't either.
I don't. I mean,
it's nothing I'd have to
it's
see
super cute
again.
and I like everybody in it. I love everybody in it.
I just really like.
I know you don't like that one lady.
The Alan Rickman.
Is Laura?
Yeah,
Lenny in it.
She's the one with the abusive.
Abusive?
Mug bitch.
Spoiler.
Bruce's bubble bar.
So you know how in Origins, and by the way, if you're a patron of the show, I know you can get our Origins episodes where we go back and record our little intros. I would apologize normally if I was this mean to somebody that I don't know and should not say such rude things about, but Laura Linney deserves it and will always deserve it.
Laura Linney, I'm a fan.
She bothers me so much.
I like her too. You're going to apologize for this in 10 years.
Never.
I think you might.
Dude,
unless she saves my life or my husband's life.
She's going to.
Abigail Adams. My Abigail Adams is Laura Linney. Wow. If you're a John Adams fan, if you are part of the franchise, you know, like 1,000 guys have played John Adams, like James Bond, and then they have a different.
They have a different
Abigail Adams for each one, and they're always like stunt casting. And
yeah, she's like the different. Yeah, there's
like,
different Robins in
yeah,
Batman.
they had Carmen Electra at one time, and they just keep trying to like they just try to
Cincinnati.
put hot girls in there. And they're like, well, you know, let's sex up the Abigail Adams role a little bit this time around. And
They push up the Botuses.
Yeah, and they keep going that direction.
Botus?
The Bodai.
So it's just absurd.
Botus?
Yes.
And then
it's funner to say Botuses.
Then Laura Linney comes in, actress number 300 to play Abigail Adams,
and
you're
already ready
picture.
Not to care.
Right? You're like, I've seen so many historical
She's not going to fuck
pictures.
you if you say this nice thing.
Is that what you think I'm
just kidding. I don't know.
I remember seeing
Freddie's
her,
angling for a night with Laura Linney.
Because I can't understand why you would compliment her.
Oh, because I enjoy the fuck out of John Adams.
She is joy kryptonite. What were we talking about? Christmas movies?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Joy Kryptonite.
Oh, the elves.
Drag name.
In Christmas Chronicles 2, the elves are dosed with elfsbane, and it turns them into like maniacs. And in their little magical village, there is a cinema. And when they first come to the village, when everything's fine, the cinema's playing Elf. But when the elves are dosed with the elfsbane and they're maniacs,
Oh, is it playing Gremlins?
it's playing Bad Santa.
Oh, Bad Santa.
Close enough.
That's
and
cute.
then when they're cleaning up after they're cured, it changes back to Elf. I thought that was gotta count.
That is cute. Don't you feel like though they missed an opportunity
Gremlins.
to use Gremlins? Like it just would be
Are
more
Chris
synergistic.
Columbus and Joe Dante like colleagues or friends?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they made Gremlins together.
Yeah, Chris Columbus directed this movie.
Oh,
That makes sense. So we did watch another really I thought was an awesome Christmas thing, which is the annual A Ghost Story for Christmas that the BBC does. The one they did from 2019, you can watch on BritBox now. It's called Martin's Close, and if you've ever read is it
Martin's Close.
James
M.R. James
short story, they adapted it, but it's Mark Gatiss, and like it's the guys who do Inside Number 9.
Yeah,
and they adapted the story. And do you know the story? Like it's about a guy who murders a girl who is disabled back, and it's set back in the 1600s
She's
or
disabled?
1700s, and he murders her, but then everybody starts seeing her ghost around, and while he's on
Ooh,
trial.
It's like Stir of Echoes.
Yeah, kind of. It was legitimately scary. Peter Capaldi is the I don't know, is he the prosecutor?
Yeah.
So and then there's every performance is like rock solid.
It's a stage show?
No.
Or is it like a movie?
It's like a short. It's like
Oh.
30. Was it like 30 minutes? And they do one every year. And if you go to YouTube,
It's on
you can find
BritBox?
a ton of them. Yeah, it's on BritBox. And thanks to Alyssa for reminding me that they were that they had these Christmas ghost stories out there.
yeah, I'll watch that.
This one's so good.
Yeah, I'll
Really,
suggest
really
that when I go.
If you need a break from Signs of a Psychopath,
Hume.
Mm-hmm.
which you do sometimes, it gets heavy.
We take breaks with Veep.
Yeah.
We Veep it up.
Kelley and I, our current true crime obsession show is Signs of a Psychopath.
Signs of a Psychopath. Oh, you want to
It's
hear
on
him
ID.
talk?
Yeah.
You want to hear him talk about what they feel like after they murder a little kid?
Yeah.
Does that sound
ya?
appealing to you?
Do you freaks? It sounds appealing to me. So
As it is to me, indeed. So, because that's what you get.
They
But
interview the
ultimately-
people.
Oh, it's their interrogations.
It's their interrogations.
Aye.
And they're all the same.
Yeah, they all flat. Like they'll put on like a show until they know they're not getting anywhere, and then they all just kind of deflate into this like flat line
Yeah.
of no emotion. It's really weird.
Super creepy.
That's kind of fun that they're having like putting on an act.
Kind of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, Sandy. It's just like a Broadway show.
That's the scary part when they're like in the beginning, like, oh, I don't know.
They're
I
trying
don't
to
know.
cry.
Yeah, and
They're
then
trying to
just
make it look like
"Hmm."
they're sad.
Yeah, it's like when the robot reveals they're a robot. This is not
But does
probably
it make
super.
you-
We should probably slow down here because this is kind of shaming like mental health issues.
No.
I don't think so. I
No,
think when
these-
you're a
these are
murderer who's
monsters.
been pulled into
Oh yeah. But what I mean
I'm
is
okay
like don't
shaming
equate it. Don't equate
psychopaths
somebody.
who don't get help
Yeah.
and who do bad things.
Yeah, you can be a psychopath and be a good person.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works, but
It
I know
does.
it's true.
So here's what has been bothering me though. Sometimes they're like, well, a psychopath will occasionally, and they're not sure which emotion, and they'll like, and then I'm in my head, I'm like, oh, there's been some times where I'm like, I'm supposed to be happy right now, so be happy right now.
Everyone does these things.
Okay, but it like starts to get in my head, and I'm like, am
No.
I insane?
That's the thing. Everyone. These are things that most of the time you can control, or
Yeah, sometimes
it's
I'm
a
like
part of your personality.
strangling a goose,
Yeah.
and I'm just watching it fucking life leave its eyes, and its neck just kind of ropes over my hands like a flaccid penis.
You're capable of feeling.
And
I
then I'm
Where do you grab the
like,
neck?
why doesn't this upset me?
Where do you choke a goose at? Because it's such a long neck.
Anywhere. That's the beauty of a goose.
So anywhere on the neck.
Yeah, I was just
It's not a-
illustrating
not a
that
specific
It's
point?
all in the
Okay.
design.
I
they
think
don't
a
feel
goose-
it. They'll do that sort of thing, and then they're like, I don't feel anything about that.
A goose is my most hated bird. It's top
Oh, they're
3 of
flying
my
south,
most hated
finally.
animals. They're little fucks.
The poop gets
Canadian geese.
The poop gets everywhere.
Only the Canadians though.
When
I
I
don't
run
know about the like
on
other
the running
kinds.
track, I have to dodge poop all the time.
Yeah, because they just shit constantly. Can you just hold your shit and like shit in the water or in the grass?
Just
No.
hold your shit.
Birds can't hold their shit.
No, they sure can't.
Must be
talking
freeing
about
though.
right
I like to shit everywhere.
Yeah?
Shit where I stand.
Free.
I can line at Disney World. Just go.
Oh shit!
It's
In
a-
the
it's-
place where I stand.
That should be your like political initiative that you want to get going. Just shit.
Just shit, bruh.
Just shit.
Just go. You can even like you can sanitize it for families
That's
and
how
just
they,
go.
that's how they potty train babies in China.
Oh,
Just go.
Because we visited there like a while ago,
Yeah.
but we just saw just babies just shitting on the ground, whipping their dicks out, pissing.
whipping them out. These babies have big dicks.
Yeah, big dick babies.
Well, we were with a friend's young child once, and the kid, we were in the streets,
But this was at
and he just pulled his pants down, started to go to the bathroom.
That was funny.
But this was at Tiananmen Square. We just saw some
wow.
child
Yeah.
just pull their pants down, take a shit.
Are you
Do you
sure
know
the
how
kid
important-
wasn't like politically?
This is a
protesting?
memorial.
The child was protesting it.
The baby is an activist.
Well, good for that baby.
They start pretty young now.
Now it's in a camp,
Aw. A little baby camp.
summer camp. It's a good camp.
Oh wow, we went kind of dark there for Mo.
But we bounced back. We rubber banded
We
back.
are
It's a summer camp.
what we are.
Yeah.
hmm
As Kesha would have said at some point in the past.
Patreon.
Yep.
That's where you can hear us rehash things like this in the future.
In the
but
past.
For the past. And then it's patreon.com/NOTLP. There's also Topicana.
Oh, there is
Yes.
also that.
And Amy has the Topicana this week because she was the one who listened to the Origins episode. I don't think she knows
She just
what it
grimaced
is
in a
yet.
way that telegraphed
Well,
that she absolutely knows what she's
Did
going to do.
I had been going through my Topicana ideas earlier, and I hadn't really decided yet.
She grimaced. She became an orange blob.
I think
Yeah,
I'm going
a
to go with
purple
this
blob.
one.
Yeah.
Okay, are you sure? You ready?
Do you guys want me to tease it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
tease
tease it.
As
All
long
right.
as you. Anyway, go ahead.
Each of us has to give each other a nickname. So I will give all of you boys a nickname, and like Kelley, you have to give me, Freddy, and Andy a nickname.
Yeah, all right. We throw out nicknames.
Yeah.
I love this.
Everybody's T-Bone.
You're all
T-Bone.
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 T-Bone 1, 2, and 3.
Buddy.
Because we were talking about the nicknames I like to give our Beelzebubs at the end of every show.
You don't get to choose them.
You don't get to choose them, but this time, I'm giving you one.
That happened on Seinfeld too, didn't it?
Yeah, that's where the T-Bone came.
T-Bone.
Yeah, T-Bone. Yeah, that's right.
Jesus, Freddy.
Yep.
Do you think that's where was that puffy shirt on Seinfeld?
That's where I know that from. I thought it was Pirates of the Caribbean.
The puffy shirt?
Do you remember that? Do you think that we aren't going to masturbate so you can hold out the longest contest? Was that Seinfeld? I'm just saying he was like, that's an iconic Seinfeld.
Well, I know, but you were like, we were talking about the nicknames for the patrons.
Come at you.
And then like then you guys came at me with some Seinfeld, and I was just feeling a little overwhelmed.
Too much Seinfeld.
You're doing good, honey,
I was
though.
feeling
You've just
a
been
little-
pronged with too much Seinfeld.
You're gonna be pretty.
I'm gonna be pretty good.
That's for Andy because he loves when we talk about Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Call me Alvin.
Oh, I have to check and see if I have a new epi.
Epi.
How many damn seasons are there of this show?
They're in the middle of 11 right
11.
now.
Oh, we're almost caught up.
Yeah. So
Should he
Patreon.
I feel he should be dead by now.
He looks younger than anybody else.
Was he
in the show.
Always looked like that, right?
He's always looked like an old man.
But that's it. But now people have passed him.
Oh yeah.
You know, like Richard Lewis
Oh yeah.
used to look much younger than Larry David, I felt. And now he looks like a vampire.
Yeah.
Who's that guy on the show that's on the Goldbergs? Isn't he on
Jeff Garland.
Curb?
He
too?
was on the Goldbergs
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then he acted like
got
Jeff
in
from Curb.
and he got his ass fired.
It's a different set.
So-
I imagine it's a different kind of set.
I mean, they do make him parade around in his underwear most of the time.
Yeah.
This question, what was it? Oh yeah, did you see well, of course you've probably seen them all, but there was a moment recently in Curb that had me almost crying, where Richard Lewis showed up in this black suit with like piping on it, and he said, that looks like something you would bury a Renaissance child in or something." Killed me. It was so funny because it was so dead on it, but it would fit in with like the way that character dresses. And I don't know if Richard Lewis dresses that way in real life, but I think it was like a heightened parody of the way he dresses.
Oh, yeah.
It was good. That's good shit. I'm so glad that came back into my life.
It's a good show.
So we are here today to do the Yearend Rearend,
Oh, butts.
that what we're here for?
which is where we recap the
I was
year.
wondering how long that would go on.
Well, I thought I was waiting for the beat to drop, and then it
In my mind, you just
was that?
before you got cut off, you just said butts the whole show.
yeah.
I hate to leave you hanging like a Kelley. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
So we're gonna do our year in review,
Yeah.
where we talk about our main attractions and things we loved and didn't love, and when we
Things we're
talk about our
attracted to mainly.
roulette movies and the ones we could barely remember, and
Which is most of them.
the other ones we couldn't remember.
All the ones I could remember happened last year.
I don't remember.
So, how do we want to start? What do we want to do?
Start the route.
All right, we got just to get this right this time. Kelley, do your butts again.
Okay.
Butts. It's off. I'm off.
Butts.
Butts. There we go.
Ooh, you're like a SoundCloud rapper now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna see that song on TikTok.
Yep.
They could do dances to it.
So, who would like to start?
We're doing the Russian roulettes, right?
Yeah.
I'll start.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see. Did I remember worst?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, geez. I'm old. I just had to write this shit down.
Oh.
Let me
I
get
did
my
too.
glasses on, my reading glasses.
Oh my god.
I have to use reading glasses.
Oh, I'll just start
sometimes.
with the best. I didn't have good luck this year. Or maybe it's because I just am cranky and things don't tickle my joy bone anymore.
I think you need a lot
It's Joy Bone.
to like something.
The best one was Little Joe.
Mm-hmm.
It's about killer plants.
Plant. Yeah.
That was good.
I watched that.
All I gotta say about that.
All right. Joe.
The worst was why not? Random acts of violence. I'm just shooting him a shot in the dark. I don't remember it, so I'm just gonna say that.
It's an unforgivable sin to be completely not memorable as a movie.
Well,
Unforgivable.
Unforgivable. In this, you could be like, I hated it so much I can't even remember.
Straight to the electric chair with that movie.
Oh my god.
My
kidding.
goodness.
No appeals.
I don't mean to generalize about bad movies.
Well,
So that was my best and worst.
I'm
What's
gonna
to
go
get
next because I've just insisted. The big thanks to Andy for his Instagram posts
Preach.
after every show that nicely recaps the person reviewing's feelings. So I was able to know if I liked something or not.
I could have gaslighted you and just
know.
wrote a description that you even
Really?
agree with.
Well, so the best one I watched this year wasn't hard. It was Censor. It was more recent, but when I looked at my list, it was by far the best movie I watched. Censor. Censor.
Censor's reading.
The worst was No Escape because I don't remember it at all.
I assume it's about an escape room? Kidnapping? I don't know.
I don't know. But I do want to throw an honorable mention out to Body Cam starring Mary J. Blige. It was bad.
Oof.
She wasn't great in it, but she is a queen.
You
And
stand.
good on you for making a movie, I guess,
Yeah.
is what you're saying.
She's a queen I stan.
Yeah, I
Fred-
swear I stand.
Yeah. Freddie, you want to go
Nice.
next?
Sure.
We're going like a clock.
My best was VHS 94.
yeah.
If you
Right.
haven't seen it, I recommend it.
Yeah, it's great.
My worst was this movie called Black Pumpkin, which I can't really remember so much.
I remember earlier you said to Andy, "Are you sure I watched this movie?" He couldn't even.
I looked up pictures from it and like read the synopsis, and I was like, I kind of. It was.
Well,
it was-
the poster doesn't. It is not going to get your wheels turning because it's literally a poster of a black pumpkin.
Yeah, it was kind of
Tells
like
you nothing.
it made no impression on me other than I knew I didn't like it on a gut level. When I looked at the pictures from it, I was like, oh, I remember not liking this at all. So by default, it had to be my worst of the year.
Fair enough.
If it was just called Pumpkin, he would have loved it.
Yeah,
It's true. I'm awfully racist.
you know how he is.
But only when it comes to gourds.
Food shouldn't be black because that
Well,
usually
you're
means,
gonna go ahead. You're going out on that limb.
Well, that means like something
I know.
wrong happened
Some
to
good
it. A
food.
gourd should not be black. That means it's rotten.
I like burnt shit.
Well, yeah,
Oh, you're right. I do like burnt shit.
I like a good crust on steak.
That's more of a brown.
I mean, yeah, it's not really a dark, like a super like dark coffee color. Even that's not even completely.
What about your marshmallows? Don't you love those black?
That's true. I do.
But she likes
But
carcinogens.
it's
on her food.
carcinogenic. Kelley.
Yeah. Hi.
Hey.
So I also barely remembered most of these at all. But my best, which I don't know if it's because it's the most recent one I watched,
Probably.
but I do think it was the best one. Because I genuinely enjoyed it. Was Black as Night.
oh
Which is
yeah.
about vampires. That was a lot of fun, and it was a surprise because it felt very homemade in a lot of ways.
Oh, some homemade it.
Yeah. Oh,
We have
My
to say that every
favorite
time.
joke.
We have to say that every single time.
Now,
Meow.
here's the thing. I sent my worst to Andy, but I'm tying it up between two now. Initially, I was going to say that Shortcut was my worst, and there were a couple other. The Power was terrible. I didn't like it. Cadaver was not good. I didn't like it. But and Shortcut, I don't even. I remember there was a bus with kids,
Yeah.
and then it went nowhere. So initially, I said the Shortcut.
The
or just
bus went
Shortcut.
nowhere, or the movie.
All of it. And then I remember a little bit of Phobias, which was another one of mine, and it was so stupid.
Stupid.
And it made me so mad because of how stupid it was.
So stupid.
And like just nonsense that I'm going to put Shortcut and Phobias as a tie
Okay.
because Shortcut was so just unmemorable. Like
Even the name.
Yeah.
Shortcut. Or
I-
phobias.
I really had to think hard about it. Phobias, I
This is a lazy
vaguely
name.
remembered slightly better.
How dare you? When there's stuff out there like Nightmare on Elm Street, that tells you that gives you It gives you a feeling.
It gives you a feeling.
That is maybe one of the best film titles.
It's the best film title.
I mean, I'm
That-
looking at you, Halloween. That was boring too.
Halloween.
But Halloween has some baggage good baggage. I mean, where
True,
you're
it
like,
gives you a feeling.
Halloween is
spooky.
some good baggage.
That's a good one-word title. And what phobias? It's phobias, right?
Phobias was the movie.
Or shortcut.
Or Shortcut.
I mean, like they can be evocative, but you have to play with that fucking the marketing
With
of
the
it.
sack, yeah. No, they're not good.
You have to be so good to live up to a one-word title where you redefine what the one-word title is for people. When people say Halloween, you're like, the movie or the holiday? But when people say phobias, they say, huh? What? You know what I mean?
Oh,
They're like, phobias? You mean like fears?
Okay.
And they're like, yeah, like fears. They're like, no, like the movie. And they're like, what? The movie? So if you say the title of your film and someone says the movie,
You
then
failed.
you have a bad title. That's like the Bechdel test for movie titles.
Yeah.
Great. Fantastic. We did it. Now you know.
Straight to video Russian roulette. Handled. Yearend Rearend. Spanked on its bottom.
And it's, it's funny.
but it was okay with it though.
On its what now,
it is.
Kelly?
On its bottom.
Yeah.
You
that's
mean
it.
it's what now?
On its bottom.
I can tell.
You were gonna say some other word, weren't you?
Its bottom.
What about its butt?
Oh, it's butt.
Give me butt.
Oh, my
Give me
God.
butts.
Butt.
Give me butts.
Butt.
Give me
Butt.
butts.
Butt.
Ooh, it's a
Give me
remake.
butts. Give me butts. Give me butts. Give me butts. Give me butts.
I thought you guys were going to jump in with your...
So we. Butts. Butts. All right, I do have a point.
Crazy time.
So, what I was thinking to say was that as 2021 went on, you could see there was more movies hitting streaming services that you knew were intended for theaters, but they're just like, fuck it.
Oh, yeah.
So I feel like the quality of what's available as a straight-to-video Russian roulette movie has increased somewhat.
Agreed. Last year had a lot of good ones that I thought I watched this year.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the service too. I think
True. Shudder is really...
Shudder is normally a good indication of quality.
Except for Great White.
Well, not everything can be
Can't all be winners.
what you want them to be. All right, what's next, Danny? What do you got?
All right, we're going straight to the main attractions.
Oh, shit.
Satisfaction.
Oh, shit.
Like normally, there's kind of a consensus of what the best movies are, but this was kind of all over the place this year.
Oh, we were splattered and scattered.
Yeah, there's a lot of movies got 1 votes.
Yeah.
There was one winner that got 3 votes.
Okay.
You want to start with the 1 votes and lead
Yeah,
up to-
let's build up
Yeah.
to the bit.
All right, the 1 voters.
Yeah.
We got Strange Days.
Oh, yeah. Good movie.
That was
Love
my
that
pick.
concept.
That is a good movie.
Great movie. A+.
And the Road Warrior.
Oh,
Another
yes.
vote.
Great
Man, we
movie.
had some great movies this year.
Yeah.
I think we tend to pick good movies mostly. I'm surprised for the worst. Are we picking like worst this year too, or just something?
I mean,
that we
it's
didn't
just by
like?
default, whatever's at the
Yeah,
bottom
okay.
of the list.
The continuing with the Warrior theme, the Bronx Warriors got a vote.
Oh.
I love the Bronx Warriors. That was my vote.
Yeah.
That movie came out of nowhere for me, and right when I needed it, it swung in like your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, and it took my dumpy spirits and lifted them up.
Yeah.
It was an honorable mention for me because
We still have to
by
get
no
the
means it's a
sequel.
good movie,
No.
but it's goddamn entertaining.
That was our gangs month,
Yeah.
right?
Gangs.
There's a
Thanks.
sequel, Escape from the Bronx.
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
Did you not like it, Kelly?
No, it was all right.
It was. No, I liked something he wants to seek out more.
I
of.
liked it.
No, it was fun.
It's a good time.
It was goofy.
If you watch it with me, you'd probably have a better time.
Oh,
Why don't we get together?
well.
You and me.
Aw. He just wants to spend time with you.
You want to watch a bad movie together?
You want to toss the ball in the yard, Kelly?
You want to have a catch?
You want to take me out in the yard and we'll toss the ball
We
around?
can eat some Velveeta.
Or Kelly's like, or we could watch good movies. Okay, I'm surprised this one only got 1 vote. The Fog.
Oh yeah. I tell you why I passed? I passed up The Fog. The Fog was one of my favorites of this year, but because it's just one of my, it's a movie that I watch
I feel
frequently anyway.
That's one of my go-to favorites anyway. So I feel like I was trying to be democratic with the movies and give some shout outs to other things.
Yeah, I did the same. I tried not to vote too much for movies that I already was like a huge fan of.
Yeah, they're obviously good.
Yeah.
It doesn't need our help.
Obvi.
And Basket Case got a vote.
Oh, that was great.
that was on my list.
Oh, it was you?
That was me too.
No, it wasn't on my list. Sorry.
It
was just
wasn't
you.
on yours. Yeah, it was just me.
What the shit?
And let's
That movie was
see.
insane.
Another one
was
voter
fun.
was Sequest DSV.
That was me.
Amy's Halloween episode.
Yeah.
I loved
it was
watching
fun.
it, and then I loved experiencing it again with
Such
you.
a dumb show.
No, it was fun.
It was dumb fun.
And Andy yelled and said we weren't allowed to vote for our own.
They're
picks.
underwater.
Yeah.
But I said, "Fuck
It
you."
was more of a suggestion, not a.
Oh, fuck you.
Amy's depth of knowledge of sci-fi TV is getting very deep.
I know. As deep as the DSV.
Almost as deep as the DSV.
Almost done with Buck Rogers season 1.
That's all I remember from it.
Buck Rogers, who is proto Riker.
Yeah.
Oh, he's sexy.
He is looking for a lady.
So-
You feel like
Any lady
He's
will
like,
do.
his name is Buck. And he's here to fuck.
Yes.
It does feel like Buck's here to fuck, and it feels like it's only happening, like it's hinted at with eye contact
Gil
only
Gerard.
through the whole show. But he'll make eye contact with a woman, and you're like, well, they're
She's
gonna fuck.
pregnant.
And then I think that Aaron Gray's character, what's her name again? Martha?
I think she's the
Wait, no,
cuck
it's
in the
not- is it
relationship.
Martha?
It's Wilma.
Wilma. Why do I can never seem to get? I keep forgetting. Yeah, I think she likes to be cucked.
She's
Yeah.
cucked.
But they're not even.
She's a
They
cuck
never
queen.
really say they're a couple either. It's all done with the eyes.
She's
and
a
that's,
cuck queen.
That's where
a
the
cuck
mastery
queen.
comes in.
And Gil Gerard, he looks to me like he's like skinny Steve Austin. Like,
He's
he
not
looks like-
skinny.
Well, like he's like you think of Steve Austin,
Yeah.
like the $6 million man. He feels bulky,
He feels more bulky.
I was like Stone Cold.
and Gil Gerard is like to me like he's like the Frodo to the
Yeah.
$6 million man's
He's
Bilbo.
definitely not.
He's
yeah.
slimmer. He's more like agile.
He is built like what we thought the manly man looked like in that era exactly.
Yeah.
Like
Barrel chested.
He's got he's built like a Ken doll
Yeah.
almost,
I know.
Everything.
but
Just-
with more chest, a
Yeah.
chestier Ken doll, more butt
Sequest
too.
is
A little more
not
butt.
good, but boy is it great.
It is great.
So when Riker is like, you say he's a sexy guy on the show, right? Is it gross about it?
There are moments I'd say early on where I was like, that was a poor choice.
I feel like if you want it, it feels good, but if you don't want it, it feels gross. Does that explain anything?
I
for you?
guess, but I just can't put sexy times and Star Trek together.
You just gotta want.
It's so sexy.
There's certain characters you got to be ready. Go ahead, whiff to keep a bottle of musk by the nightstand.
Musk.
And then every time that
Bashir.
yeah,
Yes.
Bashir, Riker,
The
mostly the
horniest.
doctors,
Yeah.
Bones.
Wasn't Shatner like a horn dog
Oh, yeah.
on the original Star Trek?
There-
Well, I feel like that. Well, like
Riker was there as a placeholder for Shat. For,
Kirk fucked his way across the galaxy, but I also feel like actually, if you really watch, Bones was always like hitting on like.
Oh,
he was
all the
always-
men were. They were sailors in port. Like that was the whole theme back then.
And then everybody loved Spock. Like ladies.
Oh yeah, they all
Yeah.
wanted
LL
Spock.
cool Spock, and he was too like a lot of times he was too like
he's aloof.
I'm not gonna throw myself at this pussy, Captain.
yeah. He's
Yeah.
like, you guys have at
But then
it.
Ponfar would happen.
Oh
Yeah.
and then
and
he's
Nurse
like,
Chapel.
And that's
"Get
all he
your ass
wanted.
in this
Murder.
room."
all he wanted was pussy. Then
Yeah.
What an awful name for sexy times.
Ponfar.
Doesn't get
I don't
going,
think it's
does
very
it?
sexy.
It's
It
gross.
looks painful and sweaty.
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, your blood is boiling with lust.
yeah. But with Riker, they kind
It's
of
like Molly.
I think that was an insurance policy in case people didn't like Picard. They had this guy who was like Kirk in the wings. They could kill off Picard and then put him in the lead.
Oh.
I do think it was strategic. I think that's the only reason that character existed.
Wow.
That was the same for Jonathan Brandis and Roy Scheider.
Maybe I have to watch the show and get an idea of his character. But I look at the actor and like he's fine, but he doesn't do anything for me. He seems like
Wait till
something-
you see him in a gold velvet shirt.
I feel like
my
he's like
Floor, I mean.
blandly handsome in the way like those Hallmark movies are. He's like mom sexy, right?
Well, I think it's more about his physical body language and charisma more so than just his image. I
Just
think
like Star Trek, it's understated. It's like you gotta go within the context of Star Trek. Riker is a poon hound.
Yeah.
But like, in an outsized way, it's not like a poon hound like give me a poon hound.
Give me a poon hound.
You can't think of any poon
This is
hounds?
my improv.
Like James Bond? James Bond?
Sure, like James Bond. Like that guy is like
I couldn't think of a poon.
somebody give me a poon hound. Charlie Sheen from
Mississippi poon hound?
the two men and a boy or
Bud
whatever
Bundy.
it was. Charlie Sheen will say.
Okay.
That guy is like all poon all the time. He's like,
But sometimes he's more drugs. And he's like, sometimes he wants poon and sometimes he wants drugs.
Well, I meant on his TV show.
But Riker only wants poon. Oh,
Right.
you're talking about on Moon.
Yeah, the Men show.
Moon.
So you take that character, that's like, oh, that guy's a poon hound.
Don't limit it to just poon. Remember,
Oh, no,
infinite
Riker's
diversity and infinite combination. Riker is
Can
down
we do the
for
three-part
whatever.
harmony on
He's
men,
down
you
a
think?
clown with whatever.
Yeah, he
Not
likes
really.
he likes a 3-hole. He likes
But
Loves
I
a
feel
three-hole.
like you're gonna meet aliens
Yeah.
out there that have different genitalia than you're expecting.
Riker's ready to rock and roll.
Yeah.
He
Kelley-
was ready to take down Guinan when he was teaching Wesley how to flirt.
That's
Let's
true.
get this on tape real quick. We're going to do the 3-part harmony on the word men from the theme to 2.5 Men.
The two of us are going to do a 3-part harmony?
Whoever else thinks they can join in.
I'll do it.
And then we'll have it forever.
What
on
is it
tape.
again?
Yeah.
It's 3, 2, 1. Men. And then some of that was in pitch, and I can find
None
it
of it
later.
was.
Yeah.
All right. Where were we?
Sorry
Sequest.
to throw you off track with poon, but
We do what we want here.
Yeah.
Poon always throws me off track.
Mm-hmm.
just the idea of poon on Star Trek, I don't
Well,
understand.
why poon?
You got to go with it.
All right.
Space.
Was that actual fart
Final
or
poon
Dustin
team.
fart?
I was still playing with the fart maker, and I found a really good spot.
Amy's playing with her fart maker.
It sounded so-
Play on with her fast maker.
Amy, right in front of us. She don't give a fuck.
Zawo, me and Amy, we worked together on that one.
I don't feel like I work together.
Well, no, it was an
otherwise
accident, but
it
I'll
would
bring you
be
with me.
About me playing with my fart
I
maker.
like how free she
Her
is
fart
playing
maker.
with her fart maker.
Well,
fart.
we're friends
Yeah.
here.
We're friends if you want to play with your fart maker.
Yeah, okay. You smell that?
No.
That's
a
a
fart
woman.
maker.
I
Oh.
hate you so
Or
much.
a fart maker.
All right. Another one voter was Nightmare Beach. That was Amy's
That was me.
choice. She found that one. That was
That
crazy.
was fun.
That was fun.
It was an electric chair motorcycle.
So
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah, it was real bad.
Okay, I've decided what I want most in movies is cozy
Mm-hmm.
and or grimy.
What is best in movies?
Don't you love grime and just
Yeah.
gross?
I do.
That's why I was going to pick rock and roll because it's so grimy.
It is grimy.
It's grimy. It's amazing when you think of animation and you're like, but it's grimy animation.
Yeah.
You always think of animation being clean.
No, that's what I love. The grimier, the better.
Yeah. And I don't just mean like the content.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, you get
The
it.
style. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean the actual drawings. Yeah.
There's a style. There's grimy, old timey.
Grimy old
cartoons.
times. Like I like Crumb, like I love Crumb.
Our crumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I decided grosy is my sweet spot.
That's
Grimy and cozy.
just a
Yeah.
gross sounding
Grosy.
word.
Grosy.
That's what he calls his wee wee.
Because he grosy. It's time for you to grosy.
Hey Grosy. How's the garden?
He's going to get big today. I just have to play a little game with him and he gets big. That's why I call him Grosy.
Michael Caine in the role of Lifetime
Would you like to see Mark Grosy?
is Grosy.
Okay.
Sounds like a cartoon mouse or something.
Yeah, well, it's very similar.
Oh Lord.
It comes out from time to time.
Also, another one voter is Paranormal Activity, Next of Kin.
Yeah, I loved it.
Oh, it was fun.
All right, now we're going to move into the next tier of 2 voters.
Oh,
Yeah. We get the Showgirls.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Showgirls. I was a vote for
this year.
Showgirls.
Yeah.
I should have voted for it. I must have just scrolled past it.
Yeah, I feel that was, for me, it was too obvious, but I love that movie
It's
so
such a
much.
good movie.
Yeah,
I
it's a
could
lot
have
of
not
fun.
vote for it.
Yeah.
Again, grimy.
That's,
Oh.
it is. It's sticky and grimy.
Oh.
It's just gross.
It's greasy.
It's jerky.
It's like gum under a like if you're at a place and you put your hand on a rail and you're like, "Ugh."
And there's like a condom stuck in it.
Yeah.
It's like sitting on a warm toilet seat.
Yeah.
No. Nothing fine in this world.
And Jodorowsky's Dune.
Yeah. I
That was
also
a
voted
great-
for that.
That
Great
was
movie.
killer.
Has anybody seen the new Dune?
Not yet.
What about the new Poon?
You know, Dune was on HBO. We could have watched it, and I was like, one day, I'm like, I think I'm ready tonight. And I looked, and they were like, that'll be $30.
It's not free to watch on HBO Max anymore if you have HBO Max?
It was like a week or two.
Oh, really?
That's how they do them. It's limited. It's the
Oh.
same. Like it's a very limited window. It did the same thing with I missed another one that came.
I
through
missed
there. You missed Calm.
Godzilla.
They did it with Malignant too, didn't they?
I missed Black Widow.
Yeah. Well, no, Black Widow was Disney Plus.
Is it still on there?
It's included. It's free.
Well, gosh darn.
Oh, well, now I'm not gonna watch it again for a while now. No,
Which
you're not gonna
you mean
watch
Dune?
Dune. Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of like, honestly, I've heard it's so great. I wouldn't mind owning
You
it.
have
but
heard it? It's great.
I've
don't
heard
need
that
to own
from
that.
people I trust that they thought it was great. And yeah, and I was like, but I know if I paid that the minute I bought it, like a week later, it would be included in HBO Max, and I'd go out in the yard and I'd fall to my knees and I'd look up at God and I'd be like, why did you do this to me?
You rip your shirt off.
You gonna go do donuts in the parking lot?
And I just jump in my car and I do donuts in the parking lot and I drive away.
Never be seen again.
Never be seen again.
The Dark and the Wicked. I got 2 votes.
Oh, I only got 2 votes.
That
I was expecting that to show up on the top 5.
I think that's my favorite.
Freddie loved it so much he wrapped a whole month around it.
He really did.
I really liked it. I put that as one of my votes too.
Yeah, he's batting 1,000 for me. Amy made a farty.
She's a fart
It's like a
assassin.
fidget.
She's an assassin. She just sneaks them in there.
Okay,
Yeah.
farty, go to a party.
It's like, was Amy here? I heard her, but I didn't see her.
Don't be tardy for the farty.
Oh, no,
Back to Cozy Act,
party.
baby. Let's see what else we got here.
Heated Hardee's.
Another grimy movie. Deadbeat at Dawn. I got 2 votes.
I voted for that.
Man,
I
that
voted
was
for that
fun.
too.
Wait, what was that one?
It was it was
a
very
gangs
homemade.
month.
Yeah, it was part of Gangs Month. The
It was
guy
filmed in Dayton.
It was filmed in Dayton. The guy had
He was in a gang and he left. And
had
they
really
were-
good stunts in it, but it looked like it was made with camcorders.
They killed his old lady.
Oh, was this the one with the guy who had dead eyes and looked like he kind of looked like a fake Stallone, or was that that guy?
He had the
it might be
beard
who you're
and-
thinking of.
He had the beard and the long hair.
There's the scene where he
He had
breaks the
long
guy's
hair.
leg by kicking it, and he has like a wood leg, and they had like a fake leg.
Is
It was
this
really
the
great.
sexy tight jeans guy. Which movie was
No,
he
yeah,
from?
that's Bronx. You're thinking of Bronx
Okay,
Warriors.
yes, you're right.
Tight jeans is Bronx Warriors, or as I call them, yeast infection.
Yeah,
Charlie.
no, I you're right. I'm trying to remember this one. I think I liked all the gangs movies.
Can men
Yeah.
get yeast infections?
Yes.
Anybody can get
Oh,
yeast
okay.
infection.
If you dream
It's
and
yeast,
pray
yeah.
and work hard enough,
If you say your prayers
I
at
should
night.
really sing.
He's practice.
It sounded like Clark's speech
mega
to it's a little
Carla. Did you say Carla?
no, I said it's like Clark Griswold's Santa Claus speech. Santa
yeah.
Claus.
Yeah, shit and bricks.
Like, well, if you say your prayers at night, you're real good all year. You're gonna get tight jeans.
You're gonna get tight jeans.
How did you know?
Now, Amy, you better head on up to bed now.
It's on my Amazon wish list. Tight jeans and yeast infections.
You can't order a yeast infection, Andy. Jesus.
Jeff Bezos found a way.
Yeah.
He probably did.
And that's all the 2 voters.
Okay.
And the overall winner is The Legend of Hell House.
Oh,
How many votes did that
It
get?
got 3 votes. That's the only one that got 3 votes.
I voted.
I'd vote.
yeah, I
for
voted
that,
for that too.
All
That's
right.
Dave's pick. So congratulations, Dave.
Yeah.
Dave, you picked our
You
favorite
win.
movie from last year.
Again, cozy.
By the way, Dave, I just realized, I don't know if I saw that. I realized that Dave bought one of my albums on Bandcamp. Thanks, man.
Aw.
Appreciate it. I hope you liked it.
Of course he did.
that
It's
was a good thing
album.
this year. Your album came out.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And actually, thanks to
Yeah.
all the listeners. I know several of you actually did. Carly did, and different people. that I don't have in front of me. So if I'm
They're
missing
not in front of you?
I don't have the list. But anyway, thanks for that, you guys. That was a big deal for me, and
was,
I appreciate how many
on my
of you.
list of best albums.
Aww.
I haven't listened to any albums, but
It's my favorite album of 2021.
That made me very
Fuck
happy.
yeah.
well, it's
That
the only
makes me
album
the
I listen
happiest.
to because I'm more of a playlist person.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I don't listen to albums anymore.
The Obliging Victims,
Yeah.
and the album's name is
Unspeakable Things.
Unspeakable Things.
And I'm working on new stuff.
Yeah.
And me and Freddie are
yeah,
working on
We're
stuff.
working on stuff. We're working on each other's stuff.
Can I join the band?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
That's my contribution.
If you can fart like that and do it on key, and you have good posture,
Amy, you wanna
and nice
harmonize my
titties,
farts?
you can be part of our group.
3, 2, 1.
No, that was just,
that's
that was just a
terrible.
puff of air. Okay.
Okay, no, I think I'm ready now. All right.
We're going to harmonize farts.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
You got
Damn it!
Kelly.
I know. Well, I couldn't
Damn
find
it!
Amy, you're up
find your
here.
swap
I'm
meet.
down here.
All right, hold on.
This is how this is
musical year.
noisemakers.
Yeah.
This is what it sounds like when 4 middle-aged people fart at the same time in a room.
Oh, Dustin, what hath you wrought?
You evil
old
monster.
acquaintances. Get the fuck out. You forgot.
Fuck out.
Well, that was a good one.
Ew.
Oh, Andy.
Yeah.
Piece of Andy.
I do feel like there's a weird
But-
air
but-
scent that's coming out of them.
It's the rubber kind of smells like
You can
old tires.
my farts.
You can put this in your sound effects for Butts Part 3.
Yeah.
There you go.
But.
If your farts smell like old rubber and tires,
You
Get
might
checked
be
out.
a redneck.
So specific. Oh, that bit is almost 30 years old.
you know what? If I was Jeff Foxworthy,
Timeless.
I'd be so fucking. I'd be proud and I'd be done. Like that is a dumbass, stupid bit that people are still referencing.
Yeah. Well, he's a part of the lexicon.
Yeah,
No matter
part of culture.
what. Now, you did that. You hath wrought that, and you were smarter than a 5th grader. So all those things, your legacy has been cemented.
Wait a minute, was that
You are all of
the fart maker or your
You'll
actual
never
ass?
know.
Tell me.
Oh, he's gonna tease. He's
Tell
a teaser.
me. We all deserve to know.
He's a
It
teaser
was the fart
squeezer.
maker. Nobody
He's a
can
woman
make a fart
pleaser.
that perfect.
Okay. My grandpa Howard could.
He could fart on command.
Rest in peace. All right, Freddie.
In high school, I knew a girl that could queef on command.
Oh dear.
They called her Commander.
What was her first name?
Her initials were M and M.
Oh, shit, for real?
Oh, the brown M&M.
I'm 41 and that still is like, ooh.
Cole Rain, high school drama.
Ah.
All right. So, you know what?
Yeah. Go on, baby.
It's time to read some patron names.
We at the end of every show, we always say hi to our Beelzebubs. Again,
Sexy
patreon.com.
times.
/
Like we're on Star
OTLB.
Trek.
If you want to support the show with your money,
Come
you get
aboard.
extra stuff.
Come aboard our starship. Come up to the bridge. We got some stuff to talk to you about.
Poon, mostly.
So let me sit. I'm going to put my leg over this chair
Oh, the captain's chair.
and squat down frontwise. Like I'm going to rap to a school of underprivileged kids.
I want the captain's chair to swing around and Kelly's there, like splayed out with a sniffer or brandy.
Yeah, in a Star Trek
Yeah.
uniform, but unzipped.
Oh, yes.
Unzipped.
Do you think that Riker mounts a woman that way?
Absolutely.
He does.
It's all reverse cowgirl, but he's the reverse.
First up, we got Alise Kombrinck.
I feel
Oh,
Riker
she knows
goes-
about reverse cowgirl.
I feel he can eat it out like nobody's business.
Amanda Geletko.
Sorry, Amanda.
Ernie Perez. Speaking of eating it out like nobody's business, can I get a what?
Oh, it's the navigator.
Mark Watts.
What's up?
Bill Farner. Bring it down low, Bill. Bring it in for Blake.
Now get on the ring for a couple skates.
Cassie, Jeremy, and Gamora Burmeister.
Thruple skate.
Oh.
Jeff L.
Devil!
Iona Goodwin.
I own a great one.
Oh, yeah. Joseflon.
Should we come up with like a accent for the Jordache jeans or something fun with it, or just say Jordache jeans? There you go. You have to start calling him Joe Jordache jeans Jovelin.
That sounds good.
Okay.
Branan and Emily. Emily, we love you.
Oh, yes.
Love you,
Much
so
love
much.
to you,
Going through
my
it.
friend. Both of you guys.
Bill Chandler.
Billy C.
Yeah, Blayne Turner.
Big Bad Blayne.
Alyssa Boehm. Thank you for reminding me about the ghost
alliteration. I love
Thanks.
alliteration.
Alyssa is the doll baby.
Alyssa Boom Boom Bame.
stories. Monica Martinson. Paul Gauthier.
What was
Dr.
that
Brian.
pronunciation? Sorry, Brian. I need to go back.
Paul Gauthier.
All right.
Joseflon.
That's Dr. Brian.
Dr. Brian. Dave Siebert. Carla Gibson.
Oh, hey.
Dustin Chisam and Ace. Plus the kitty cats.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks,
so
Dustin.
we
Dustin
sell
has sound effects for
This
his
is what
name.
you wanted, Dustin, right? Is this what you wanted?
It's so good. You guys are so good.
Okay.
How'd you guys get
It
so
smells like
good?
farts after we fart with those.
What'd you guys do? How'd you get
What's
so
going on,
good?
honey?
What do you mean?
Who's after Dustin?
And last but
Lynn.
not least, Lynn Walsh.
I come from a land down under, my friend. Thank you for always remembering me when you see Godzilla things.
What a wonderful year.
We did
Full
it.
of ups and downs
We
and
survived.
twists and turns.
Well, we're alive.
But we're alive.
That is true.
Knock on wood,
That
y'all.
much is true.
All right. Thank you so much, listeners.
Thank
Love
Thank
you.
you guys. Love you. Good New Year's.
Wittgenstein was wondering if he should go to bed when his old buddy